Hey, what is up, YouTube? I'm here for my very first indie game devlog. I had to do that because every YouTube video is going to have that stereotypical intro. So let's go ahead and get that out the way. My game I'm making here is going to be a 2D turn-based strategy game. It's called Turn-Based. It's going to be focused in a zombie apocalypse. You will control a few units across the map, and you will move them around to complete various objectives. It could be to eliminate all the zombies in the area. It could be to rescue some hostages, some escort missions, collecting some items, whatever. Various different types of missions. Hopefully, once the game kind of starts getting rolling. So I don't really know how to start this. Let's just go ahead and jump into it. Before we do get too far into it, though, let me go ahead and explain to you guys what you see on the screen right here. This is a game studio I built myself, so it's not something you can go out there on the internet and download. If you guys end up liking it, I doubt you would, but if some of you guys get curious, I know this is a programming devlog, and that's one of the first things people have to ask is, whoa, what game engine you're using? So it's a game engine I wrote myself. The engine I wrote in Java Swing components, so it's real simple, real lightweight, nothing fancy. It's also don't have access to GPU, which means it's going to have really basic graphics, so no special, post effects and all that stuff you're used to seeing. Yeah, if you guys do end up liking this setup I've got going on, though, maybe we can make a side series. I can show you guys how to either make the engine or how to make the studio. But I really did all this hard work. I know it's a lot of work to just get one game built with it, but I want to make a game totally from scratch, so I coded my own engine, coded my own studio, and now I'm coding my own game using all that stuff together. I'll also hopefully try to do my own audio in this game. I don't think there will be any voice acting, but I do have a mic now and some other audio equipment, so maybe I can do some voice acting. I will also try to make my own music for the game. I don't know about sound effects. Sound effects, I'll probably still use the internet for that. But if I can figure out a way to make some other realistic sound effects, I may just have to try it just to kind of experiment, because it's all about the whole learning process and learning what it's like to work in a full-size game and doing the whole aspect of it. So let's go ahead and just run this game real quick. Let's get started and show you guys what I've got so far. First thing you'll notice here is the tile. This is just a basic tile map in the grid system. If you click on the screen and drag the mouse, you can move the camera around. Just a pretty basic control. Allows you to see what's going on in the world, kind of plan your turn out. The next thing you'll notice is there's these 6 triangles on the screen. There's 3 green ones and 3 red ones. These green ones represent the different player units in the game. So these are the units you'll control as a player to carry out each mission's objective. And the red ones, of course, are going to be the zombies represented for now. As far as what we have to offer right now in this first build, all you can do is really select units and move them around. There's nothing too complicated. So in order to select a unit, you just go ahead and you click on a unit and it'll go to that one. You'll notice when we clicked on the unit, if we keep clicking, you'll get this camera scrolling effect. This is really helpful because anytime anything happens in the game as far as a unit performing an action or moving around or any kind of event happening in the game, what's going to automatically happen is the camera's going to move to that location before any kind of animations start. So that means you'll never miss a beat as far as what could possibly be happening in the game. You don't have to worry about, clicking and scrolling, keeping up the camera to figure out what's going on. The game will handle that for you. So when we select a unit, the camera will go straight there, show us focus our unit in the center of the screen, so we don't have to worry about going to look for it. It's right there for us. And next thing you'll notice is there's also this little yellow border that surrounds our unit. This is because, like I said, the camera's going to be kind of moving along with whatever the action of the game's happening. So say we're attacking, we're shooting a gun, across the map, or throw something that blows up a barrel, across the map or something like that. Well, we still want to sometimes know which unit is performing that action, what unit caused this to happen. If I'm being attacked, what unit attacked me. If this unit's shooting or using healing item, what unit's doing that. So that's what this border is for. So between this border and the camera automatically scrolling for the player, This should really help keep the player engaged and knowing what's really going on in the game, so they should never have to worry about getting lost. So that's a really good feature. I like that. It's clean, it's cut, dry. So I'm gonna go ahead and select one of our units. You'll notice we go ahead and select a unit that you see all these blue squares. These blue squares represent all the space, all the different options your player can move to right now. And so right now, I just have it hard coded that each unit can move, 5 spaces a turn. So you can move 5 spaces in that direction, 5 spaces that way, that way, that way, and never in between. You'll notice some spaces you can't get to because they're blocked off, because we do have pathfinding enabled in this game so far already. So any space that's already taken up by another unit, or any other space that is blocked off. So if I go ahead and select off this unit real quick to clear the move paths, I'm going to place these little blocks real quick. And now if I go ahead and click on my unit, you'll notice we can't get to the square right here, because if we only have 5 spaces to move, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have to move 6 spaces to get to that block. And so the only ways we can go is around that block, and we can't make it. So that's just kind of proof that the pathfinding is indeed working for you guys. So we'll go ahead and pick a square to move to. So we go ahead and click here. You'll notice we didn't tell our unit how to get there. It figured out how to get there by itself. It used its shortest path it could find and just went straight there. So in the game, combine the whole option of, when you click on a unit, it shows you all the possible locations you can perform your action, whether it's moving, shooting, attacking, using an item, whatever. All those options, when you click to perform that action, will show up on screen for you. So you don't have to think about, hey, is this attack in range? Can I move to that space or that space? The game will tell you what you can and can't do, and all you gotta do is pick which selection you want. So don't have to worry about how to get there and what to do. It does it all for you. That being said, I know there can be some issues going down the road with, because if we're playing a zombie survival game, we might not always, want to have to confront other enemies. Maybe we want to do a more stealthy play, whether, we got low health, low ammo, or we're just, try to just, play a peaceful route. So what we want to do is be able to avoid getting caught by zombies, because zombies will be able to see in this game. So if you walk along a zombie path, or a zombie moves around and you come within its line of sight, it will notice you and start targeting you. So for now in the game, we do have a way to see what the zombies can see. So go ahead and click a zombie. It kind of does something similar to what the player does. It shows all these possible spaces that the zombie could see you in. We'd ideally fix this on the next devlog, hopefully, when we get to the zombie controller, because right now the zombies don't have any kind of controls to them. We'll fix the vision. So the zombie should be able to only see, directly in front of it, reduce vision to the sides, and practically no sight behind it. So we'll fix that in the next devlog as well, to make it a little bit more realistic. But since we don't have this sight system incorporated into any other system in the game right now, it doesn't really matter to have it accurate yet. But in the next devlog, we will fix the line of sight for the zombies, and we will also incorporate that into the player movement. So that way, if we are selecting our player and we want to move to a square, if there's a way to get to that square without going inside the zombie's line of sight, we want to pick that option instead, just to, so that way we don't force the player to always have to confront enemies. Of course, if you do pick a square that's inside, zombie's vision, you will have no other choice but to move straight through its line of sight to get there. But that's on you, the player. I don't want to have to force the player to do an action they don't want to do. But if that's what a player chooses, then we'll go ahead and let them do that. As far as gameplay, that's really all we've got coded in it so far. This text box right here just shows you current turn and whose turn it is. So it's the player turn. Hit space, we'll pass the turn to the zombie. Like I said, the zombie has no controls yet, so it's just gonna wait for you to pass the turn back to the player. So yeah, that is what we got so far in the game. Let me guys know what you think in the comment section. I plan on releasing these videos maybe every 2 to 4 weeks. We'll have to see. It depends on how productive I can get. So until next time, YouTube, see you later.